Welcome back, guys. Kids on Playground here, and today we're back for another video on Scratch. And today we will be doing an NFL football game 2022 on Scratch. And right now the semifinals are on for our time zone, and it's Bengals versus Chiefs and 49ers versus Rams. So this is our NFL game. So our football comes in, and you use arrow keys to move, and CPU tries to follow you, and you can get tackled, or you can touchdown. So as you can see, you have infinite tries. You click on the football, it goes, and you can click space to dash, and then it will say touchdown. So CPU will always follow you football, and if you let the football go, that means you'll lose. Then you'll automatically lose the match. Or if the CPU tackle you, you will lose the match. And you can touchdown. So, yeah, you get 7 points from doing that. And we're playing some music in the background. I'm trying to get a touchdown. We got a touchdown. And after they get to the 50-line mark, they travel quicker. So, let's go. So I created my new project here, and the first thing I'm going to do is name it NFL Football Game 2022. And now I'm going to delete our Scratch cat and get our sprites ready. So we have the player sprite, which is Taylor actually. This sprite right here, and we have to rename it to player. And then we have our football, which is in my backpack. You can always come to my project. I'm Gumball 098 and export the sprite football. And we have another Taylor, which is the CPU. And we're gonna change the color of the hair to yellow. So let's get. Yeah. And saturation, like that. So yeah, and now we're gonna color it for every single Taylor. And now we have our CPU. And we have to set the size to 50 for the CPU. Football is already 25, so no need to do that, and 50 for the player. And now I'm going to try to attempt to draw the backdrop, but I do have the one in my backpack to put in. So yeah, let's try to draw it. So we have our backdrop 1. So we have actually a light green in the back, a light green square. A gigantic light green square, and then we fill it in with dark green rectangles inside, like that, and with a white border. Outline is white, and we just repeat. We have to make the 10-yard line, the 20. So we're not going to show the whole thing, but we have to also add the numbers on it. So here we have the colors 36, 81, and 50. And the box outside is 36, 81, and 60. So a little bit more bright than the other one. And yeah, we just have to use text and put in white and put in our text 20, 10, whatever. The first one 10, and then 20, and then so on. Remember, you can always come to my project and export the sprite. My name is Gumball 098, so come to my account and click on this project and export the sprite for your own project. So, and we have the touchdown in the end. Just write text and rotate it. So we have our text here. If it's just rotated, it's touchdown, but then you just rotate it. So yeah. That's the gist of making your background. So, have that done. Let's move on and rename this to backdrop. And also, I also have my tackle sprite. This should be really easy to make. Just draw the thing. I just decided to do this because we have this project may take a long time to make, so we don't want to waste any time drawing it. So here's our. So just write touchdown or tackles, or you can just come to my project. So tackle, you have to make it bigger than touchdown because touchdown is going to spin around and become bigger. So that's the point. So now we're going to start out with the player. So we have to start with our green flag is clicked, and then we have to get a variable called speed, and it's for this sprite only, and we have a score as well. So let's get that finished, and we're gonna set speed to 5. So it starts out as 5 speed, so it's pretty quick. And it'll broadcast restart because you get infinite tries to get as much points as you can. So broadcast restart. So when I receive restart, so we have our restart. We're just gonna move this to the side. We're gonna get a my block first called animate player. And we have our animate player. And when I go forever, it will go next costume and wait 0.1 seconds, so it's constantly moving its feet. And now we do restart. It'll wait 1 second, and then it'll do animate player. Now we have that finished, we're gonna move on to move player. So I'm gonna show you what it is. So you see it's moving? Yep. So now we're gonna define move player. And because you have infinite tries, you need these defines. So define move player, go to X. You have a position for it. So -210, Y 0. And now it'll point in direction 90. And go forever. So we're gonna go here and click left right so it doesn't turn over when it goes to the other side. So now it's on left right, we have to continue, so forever. If it's on the edge, you'll bounce, so you can't go into the edge. And then if the up arrow is pressed, then it will point in direction 0 because that's up on the top. As you can see, it's up here, and it'll move speed steps. So move amount of steps. And our down arrow is basically the same thing. We do that, and we switch it to down arrow, point in direction 180, so that's on the bottom, and then move speed steps. And our right arrow is about the same, so that point direction is 90, and it'll move speed steps. And now we have left arrow, which is basically the right arrow, but we change it to left arrow and point -90. And it'll move speed steps. And now, if then the X position is greater than, where's X position? 180, which is right here, then it will become a touchdown. So we'll broadcast touchdown, but we'll use that broadcast for later. And now we've done the touchdown. You need, when I receive restart, you need to wait 1 second. Instead of animate player, go down here and use move player. So we have that finished. So when I receive touchdown, touchdown, then it'll stop other scripts in the sprite because you don't want them to move after the touchdown. And now I'm going to do the speed thing. So whenever you hold space, then you'll go quick. And it'll set speed to 7. Wait 1 second and set it back to 5. So you go a little bit quicker. You boost for a second. And now I've done that, let's work on other sprites. So let's see if it works or not. So I'm moving and I'm about to boost, so boost, and it stops all the scripts in the sprite. I can't move when I get touchdown. So yeah, we haven't got the restart code completely finished yet, so. Yeah. Alright, so let's work on the football. So when the green flag is clicked, no, not when the green flag is clicked. So we have to define a new block called move football, because after every single time we do it, it will move the football back over here. So move football, it'll go show, go to the front layer, and it'll go to X 210, so it has to be over here. And then it'll pick random the Y from -130 to +130. So it can be from down here to up here. And it'll point in direction 90. -90, sorry. Because it's on the left side. And we'll repeat until touching the player. So repeat until touching, or you first need an or because it could either touch the edge or the player. And now we have to do repeat until, let's first change this to left right real quick. Oh, it's already on left right, okay. Repeat until touching edge, because it can touch the edge, or touching the player. And it'll move 7 steps until it is touching that. So the football is pretty quick, same speed as the player when you boost. Now you need an if then else statement, and if then it's touching the player, then it'll broadcast catch because you caught the ball, because you got the ball. Broadcast catch. And the else it'll broadcast restart because you failed to get the ball. Now we have to, when I receive restart, it'll hide. And it'll stop other scripts in the sprite. So it'll stop all. And then wait 1 second, and move football. So now let's finish this. So when I receive catch, let's move to the side a little bit. When I receive catch, then it will go to the back layer, and it will go forever. And if then else, if then I'll just explain it. So if then the direction of the player, so this is the tricky block, it's this backdrop of stage. Instead you go of player direction of player is greater than 0, which is the right, then it will go to X. So, and it'll go to X position plus. Okay, so I'm going to explain this. So, you do this, and you have to do this, player, and X position of player plus 20, because you do not want the football onto the player, but onto the side of the player, which is going to be on the back of the player, which means it's under its arm. So you want to go to the X position of player plus 20, so it's going to be somewhere here. And the Y is the X position of, not the player, the Y position of the player, but we need a minus 20. So the Y position of player minus 20. So it's somewhere over here because the X position is like this, the X. So it's here and the Y is down here. So it's going to be somewhere over here. And else it will go to X position. I think this is the same, but you just have to swap it. It will go to X position. So let's take this out real quick. So a Y position stays the same, so it's going to go into here. And now we need another minus instead of a plus. And it is the X position minus 20. So we are, I think, done with the football. I accidentally put a negative before this, so it's supposed to be minus 20. This negative is a positive, so let's see if this works. The football's coming. And look, our person is getting the football. Now we're done with the football. We have to move on to the CPU. So the CPU. So yep, we're going in here. So we have to make a block called move CPU. So now we have this block. We will repeat 3 times. It'll create a clone of myself because there's going to be 3 clones trying to tackle you. And it'll hide. And now we're done with that. And now we have when I start as a clone. So let's do that. Where's when I start as a clone? When I start as a clone, it'll go forever. It'll next costume. So it has the same moving animation as our player here. We'll wait 0.1 seconds. And now, when I start as a clone, it'll set speed. So it's also going to have a speed. We're going to make a variable for itself. And remember, for this sprite only, this is very important. So speed for this sprite only, and then it'll set speed to pick random 2 to 4. So they are slower than the player. But this game is still quite challenging because of the fact that there's 3 of them. So, yep, we have that. And now we have show. And it'll go to X. It'll go to a pick random position. Pick random 140 to 210. And the Y is pick random negative 130 to positive 130. So it's going to be somewhere here. It's going to start somewhere there. So since it's pointing this way, I'm going to change the direction to negative 90 and switch left, right on the way. And it'll repeat until it is touching player. And it'll point towards player. Because it'll start to try to get the player. And it'll move speed steps. It'll broadcast tackle. Which is a new thing, so we have tackle. And when I start as a clone, this is to make them quicker when you pass 50 on the 50-yard line. And when I start as a clone, it'll go forever. And if then, you need greater than, if then, the X position of player, this tricky block, X position of player is greater than 10, which is somewhere here in the 50-yard line. They'll set speed, it'll start dashing. So set speed to pick random 3 to 5. If you want this game to be extremely challenging, you can do 3 to 6, or 4 to 6, or 5 to 6, or whatever, but that's really hard. And we have when I receive touchdown, It'll stop other scripts in Sprite. Wait 2 seconds. It'll broadcast restart. And now when I receive tackled, which is basically the same thing, touchdown, it'll stop those scripts in white and broadcast restart. Yeah, so that's our new broadcast. And we have when I receive restart, it'll wait 1.5 seconds, so I have a little wait, and then it will move CPU. And then when I receive restart, when I receive restart, it'll delete clone. So, yeah. The reason for delete this clone is because if you don't have it, the clones will start multiplying and multiplying and multiplying until there's a lot of people chasing you. So you do not want that to happen, so you want to delete the clone and make it back to 3. And then you get restart and it'll wait the 1.5 seconds, it'll move CPU and create the 3 clones all over again. Okay, so here's all the code. Feel free to pause the video if you need to pause. So yeah, feel free to pause. And we're going back to the player actually. And we're gonna code one last bit of code for the tackled. So when I receive tackled, then it will stop other scripts in the Sprite. And also when I receive touchdown, but I might have that already. Let me check. Oh, I already have that. So, yeah. So this is all our code. Feel free to pause from the player. So let's get a deeper look at that. 1, 2, 3, yep. So feel free to pause, remember. And now we're gonna work on our last Sprite, tackled. And to do tackled, you need to do, when the green flag is clicked, it'll set the score to 0. Go to x00, xy 0. And you know how to draw this, right? You just use text. And it'll go hide. And after that, when I receive touchdown, then it'll go to the front layer and set size to 100% and change score by 7. So this is actually the change score. So a normal touchdown is 6 points, but the field goal is 7, or is 1 point, so it's 7. But we're just gonna give 7 here, supposing that they got the field goal. So now we're gonna switch the costume back to costume. Switch costume to costume 1, and it will show. And it'll point in direction 90. It'll repeat 10 times. Change size by 5, so it's going to gradually get bigger. And it'll turn right 36 degrees. So 36 degrees means 36 times 10, which is 360. So it's going to do a full circle. And now we have wait 2 seconds. Hide. And now when I receive tackled, it'll go to the front layer. It'll set size to 100% and point in direction 90. Tackled doesn't spin because you got tackled, and that's supposed to be sad. So you switch costume 2 and show. Wait 1 second and then hide. And now we're going to work on our backdrop for the last finishing below. So we're going to zoom in real big. Set size to 25%. I mean, not set size, set volume to 25% because I don't want to be that loud. And you don't have to do that, but you can. Trap beat. And it will go forever. And play sound trap beat until done. So this is our code for backdrop. So yeah, so we're also gonna hide the variable for speed. speed and score is going to be on bottom right. Yep, and we're done with our NFL football game. So let's see if it works. I don't know if it works at all, but let's see if it works. So you see our football's coming in. Let's dodge it. Oh, game start is over. And let's get our football. Dash, click space, and touchdown. And let's see what happens if we get tackled. Bam. We got tackled. And we got our football here. Touchdown. Woo! So yeah. Seems like it's working. Score is going up. Music is going. So yeah. So please like, share, subscribe, and comment in the comment sections below. Whatever you want to comment, like anything. So check out the semifinals, and you can check out the semifinals and think who you'll win, and comment in the comment section below. Who do you think will win? I honestly think the Chiefs might win because they're on a winning streak and they've won so many times. So, I mean, like, yeah. Please like, share, subscribe. Comment down below who do you think will win the semifinals and who will go to the Super Bowl. So, yeah, see you guys next time.